Hi, this is James at megalife21.com, the hardest hitting internet talk radio station on the planet, and I am here at the Newsletter Censored Research Center in northeastern New Jersey with the Reverend Dr. William J. Eisman. And we were talking about, first we were talking about the downsized products from American-made products, corporate America, how they lie and mislead you and are very obnoxious and loud and pushy with all their sales hype and advertisement, and then they continue to disrespect the American customer by downsizing their product and keeping their prices high. And this was the last food company that I noticed, there might be others, that just downsized. Friendly's ice cream is now unfortunately 1.5 quart, just like the rest of them. There used to be a half gallon, everybody, ice cream, 1.5 quart. Pretty soon you'll end up with 8 ounces, 6 ounces, a shot glass of ice cream. Anyway, we're talking about other things that have built-in obsolescence with corporate America and corporate American products, and this is why corporate America truly sucks. We're talking about light bulbs, even fluorescent light bulbs. In this case, it was made by Philips. The first one I grabbed because one of the light bulbs blew in the research center. So I went to get a light bulb and a fluorescent light, and they just had Philips. They didn't have Sylvania or anything else, nothing good. So nothing foreign, which I would have got. And it was a dud. It blew. So then I mentioned that I was very furious about something, and in this case, it has to do with the Megalife 21 music video playlist. Guess what? We had to terminate the music video playlist that we had over on our MySpace profile, because our playlist and Veronica's Latin music playlist, we recently lost up to 75% of the songs, of the videos on the playlist because of the stupid copyright infringement laws. Even old songs, you can't even enjoy and save music videos to your playlist. So there's so many songs that were removed, it doesn't even pay to have a music video playlist. And that's another aspect of corporate America, is how they're constantly finding ways, with this new crew that came out of business school, the new generation of executives. They're constantly finding ways to chisel and screw the American public and have everything a la carte. Everything, they're taking packages that normally came exclusive, together, like cable companies and cell phone companies. You got a package and you paid for a package, you paid for the service, but at least you got things with it. Now the business people they hire now are looking for every little way to charge you more money. Everything's a la carte.
Every little fee. Fee for this, fee for that, fee for this, fee for that.
And this is insane.
Whoever thought you'd be paying fees for ATM service? They don't have to have a teller inside now because they have an ATM machine. But no, now you have to pay for that privilege.
Some banks are charging to use the ATM, but they want people to have the convenience of using their ATM. So why would they make them pay a fee?
When they're saving money because they don't have to have a teller.
Right. Exactly. Or gas stations in the South and throughout the United States that have self-service. The states that have self-service gas stations, you don't have to pay for people to pump your gas. So why is the gas always higher? Why is the gas always higher at self-service gas stations?
There are only a few states where you actually get
full service.
Yeah. And New Jersey and Michigan, I know, are too.
But the gas is cheaper here in New Jersey with full service.
With full service. Remember in the old days, they gave you glasses, they gave you dishes, they gave you the green stamps.
You go to
movie tickets.
Connecticut or anywhere. You go to Florida. It's self-service. Their payroll is a lot lower.
Yes, of course.
They only have somebody in the store who collects the money for the gas, and somebody who runs the convenience store counter, the cashier. That's it. They don't have people pumping the gas. So why is the gas a lot higher? It's all about price gouging, at least under neoconservatives when Bush was in office.
It's all
about greed.
It's all whether it's conspiracy, whether it's done accidentally, it's all a matter of siphoning that money upward.
Right.
To those, in the old days, the king, his family, the princesses,
Feudalistic society.
they didn't work. It was demeaning to work. They had to go to work.
But it's not called welfare for the rich to get handouts.
Well, you see, if you're rich, it's okay to be lazy.
And get handouts.
But if you're poor, God forbid you should be lazy.
And God forbid you should get handouts.
Or get handouts they don't like to give.
But
anyway.
rich love handouts. The elitists.
Subsidies. This is all welfare. And
I mean,
every time you give money, as far as an economy is concerned, let's talk about the aggregate economy.
Right.
If you have an economy, the more money you give to this area, the less money there is for this area. So if you're giving money to those who already have money, you're taking money from those who don't have it or do have it and would spend it. Thus the economy suffers.
Yeah, like the pie chart, you got the percentage. Yeah, but the true consumer is not the elitist. It's not the 1 or 2% of the population.
Well, we conveniently forget. They have conveniently forgotten. Who are the true wealth builders? The wealth builder is the laborer, not the boss.
Mainstream, the common folk.
They are the ones. Even Marx recognized that.
And the taxes.
Even God recognizes that.
And maybe that's why the neoconservative elitists like to have a consumption tax and do away with the IRS. They want a flat tax or consumption, because the tax burden always gets pushed onto the middle class and
same with the flat tax.
Upper
tax
poor.
does the same thing.
The poor. Corporate American greed, American free market capitalism. It even carries over to sports. I mean, years ago, the legends of sports, baseball players that were famous, they didn't charge their fans for autographs. These prima donnas, these overrated, overpaid prima donnas who when they get a little boo-boo, they have to sit on the bench and have trainers around them, taking care of them, and I can't play, and blah blah blah. These bastards, and by the way, they're all cheaters because they're all on, they're all on the juice. They're all on steroids, which I consider cheating. They're charging. They got the nerve to charge their fans for an autograph. That shows disrespect for the fans that are buying tickets.
Obviously, the fans don't look at it that way because they keep going back.
They're sycophants.
There's something, because look at the prices nowadays to get into a baseball game or whatever. And they still put it up. What, it's $5-6 for a hot dog?
They have
merely
seats,
because you're in the stadium?
They had seats at Yankee Stadium that sell for like $2,500. They just lowered the price because they can't. $2,500, not for a season ticket, not for the season, for one seat, for one game. For one game. I mean, come on. The ticket price is astronomical for sporting events and or maybe even rock concerts or whatever, or pro wrestling or whatever. The ticket prices are very high. The fans are paying a premium price to pay their insane salaries. These people are not giving the fans their money's worth at all, not by a long shot. And then they have the nerve to show contempt for their fans by charging them for an autograph. These are the people that pay your salary, to pay your multi-million-dollar a year. I think Manny Ramirez, who was on the juice, Manny Ramirez was getting, I think, $45 million for like 2 or 3 years or something.
Well, they're all overpaid.
And he just takes the day off and says he's sick, he can't play. And then they saw him when he played for Boston. I think they saw him in a bar. He's the guy. Look, where would Manny Ramirez be if he wasn't talented at playing baseball? He's a Dominican guy from Washington Heights, New York. He probably would be a hell of a lot.
Maybe be in jail.
Or poor, or something, or This is the point. They're lucky they're doing this, and they're disrespecting the fans. Typical corporate America attitude. All right, we'll catch you on the next one.